Hello, welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, a little CEO news coming out over the past several days. Starting off with the folks at Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. Sergio Marchionne has already announced that he will be leaving the company in the next several years, but the rapid rumors that have been circulating around his replacement, even though Sergio say that they are actually going to promote from within the company, FCA has now made an announcement that they will make the announcement of their new CEO in the year of 2019. Now, if the whole recruiting from within doesn't work out, there's a certain person on the market, now ex-CEO of Cadillac, Johan de Nysschen. Mr. de Nysschen's been the head of Audi, also been the head of Infiniti, and for the past 4 years, he's been the head of Cadillac until the General Motors Board of Directors gave him his walking papers over the past several days. A lot of reports that, when de Nysschen got the reins of Cadillac, they were selling just under 200,000 units, and now they're selling about 30 to 20,000 less units in last year's numbers. That's the possibility, or the least the possible reason for de Nysson's dismissal. So let's already start that rumor that he will become the next CEO of FCA, even though it doesn't look like that could actually happen. Next up on the list, General Motors is going to pace the Indianapolis 500 again. In fact, the company that has paced the 500, the late May Classic in Indianapolis, one of the greatest spectacles in racing, is actually General Motors again. In fact, since 2000, they have paced every Indianapolis 500. Other than the fact that Oldsmobile, actually, the now defunct Oldsmobile company, did the first two, but Chevrolet has done every one since. In fact, in the past 18 years, 8 times a Chevrolet Corvette, and this is only the second time a ZR1 is actually going to pace the field, even though there's been many ZR1s over the past several years. This particular ZR1's got it where it counts. In fact, this is probably the closest thing to an Indianapolis 500 race car that you could probably actually say, with its top speed of 212 miles an hour, just 20 down from last year's pole speed at the 500 Speedway just last year. This vehicle, with its 6.2-liter supercharged V8, makes 755 horsepower and 715 pounds-feet of torque, does 0 to 60 in just 2.85 seconds, and like I said, a top speed of 212 miles an hour. Again, this is the 15th Corvette that will actually pace the 500 field. And the last ZR1 to do it was actually back in 2012. And the last non-General Motors product to actually pace the field for the Indianapolis 500 was all the way back in 1996, when the second generation Viper, the GTS, actually paced the field. So it'll be exciting now to see just who exactly is going to be piloting the car in late May in Indianapolis. And we'll definitely keep you in tune of what we hear. And last up on the list, big congratulations to Porsche. Porsche's now taken back the reins of the Nürburgring. Several years ago, Porsche had really been handing it to them, with a lot of other manufacturers making a lot of automobiles that were so much quicker than Porsches of old. But the brand new GT3 RS is now third quickest around the Nürburgring, with a lap time of 6 minutes 56 seconds, 0.4 on the second side of things. This is just third quick after the Lamborghini Performante Huracan and its other brother, the 911 GT2 RS, which is actually the quickest around the ring. The GT3 RS comes with a 4-liter flat 6, normally aspirated, making 520 horsepower and 348 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted to a 7-speed PDK gearbox. 0 to 60 comes in just 3 seconds flat, with a top speed of 193 miles an hour. The rate of progression is pretty impressive, because now the GT3 RS and the GT2 have both eclipsed the 918 Spider hypercar that Porsche built several years ago, which is pretty impressive indeed. The GT3 RS goes 15 seconds quicker than the brand new GT3 and a whopping 24 seconds quicker than the last generation GT3 RS. So big impressive deal from Porsche. And now to have 3 Porsches, the most of any manufacturer, to be sub 7 minutes around the ring is pretty impressive. We got some fast automobiles that are going to be coming up very soon, maybe trying to take back that crown. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiast. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. Links down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.